Hi guys, look at that. David Lynch Twin Peaks t-shirt that has been offered by a friend a few years ago. Yeah, I wanted to make a video first of all because I want to honor this day, which has been quite how to say, quite like paradise from a weather standpoint. And I mean, the temperature was like something like 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 25 Celsius in France. And yeah, I just had the feeling, this specific peculiar feeling that you have when you want to make something, create something. And it's very, very interesting to go through this life because the energy is shifting as we go through it. And it's very interesting how you witness it happening, and how the action of creating something can be art, can be anything, gives you a different look and perspective. And somehow I have this feeling that it enhances the experience you can have, or your own thought patterns and your own experience of what you go through on a daily basis. And yeah, the word was honoring, because it just has a good vibration today for me. And I just want to share that I just realize how much joy and I don't know, emphasis may not be the right word, but how excitement and joy and the thrill of being alive has been somehow forbidden in my all of those years. And I realize that it has been maybe one of the roots of my daily feeling of being sad and depressed and not knowing why. Just out of the blue, I just felt like shut down, just shut down. And yeah, I want to share this simple joy and right now it's very, very fragile, because if I allow myself to share it, there are some voices in my head saying this is ugly, very, very strange. And I think I feel shame as well there with the and I think that's the reason why, also, when I cross some neighborhoods, I just have this fear that someone may be listening and judging. And in the meantime, I know as well that people don't give an F, or they might actually be interested. And this is also one of the things I wanted to share about those things that are just falling apart in me is this idea that I'm not interesting, or that people might be threatening, because I just basically I was raised in a threatening environment, and that's it, I guess. Don't want to spend too much energy about that, because I want to focus about what's very important, I think. And here I could share that what is important is to say as well that it's not about refusing or rejecting, and I'm saying that to myself because I think that most of you will understand that expressing joy, expressing somehow the good part of life must be saying that I would be saying in that moment simultaneously that you must reject what is tough for you, but actually it's not. And I think it's very important to remind that, because once again I believe that, but maybe it's just what I see on the internet, but I believe that on the internet you actually see what you have to see. But I have seen a lot of, this energy of you can do anything you want, go forward. And I just want to share that it's not because you see that type of content that people are saying to you that you shouldn't be sad or you shouldn't be anything. What you are going through, and what the energy that I'm feeling right now is just this almost some sort of devotion or consciousness. Bonjour. I don't know what I was saying, but yes. Right now I can tell you as well that I am feeling this sad energy trying to shut me down, because this is maybe one of the first days I just realized that it's not me, and I've been this person for so long, just shutting me down because I was supposed to, or I was supposed to be calm, supposed to be nice, supposed to be good boy, big boy, just following the rules, that your parent teach you. And those days are over, and I realized that this sadness has been one of the roots as well of me trying to be alone, and at the same time me suffering from being alone, because I just profoundly didn't aspire to be that alone, because I believe that no one really want to be purposefully alone. I think that we all want to share love and happiness, and whenever you just have some more or less conscious patterns that just prevent you from connecting with other human beings, it can be very painful. But yeah, once again I think I just don't want to share too much about that, although it could be very just welcomed as well. Because once again, I just want to say that it's not because you say you are in whatever state of mind that it is a problem. And I think that one of the things I experienced with the spiritual path as well is that I thought and I believed, and of course it was a mistake, but very teaching mistake, that you should try to find another way to just shut you down and not feeling the bad energies or supposedly bad emotions, which is typically new age shit. And of course I'm not here to say that, but just to be to maybe share about hope and to say that it's not in vain. It's just today I realized it was given, it was given to me, because I just for the past days I just allowed myself for something like 4 to 5 hours for 5 hours a day. In the morning I allowed myself to just be with myself, and very interesting to see that indeed your state of mind is going to somehow predict, or is going to direct what you are going to make or create or do in your day. So today and yesterday I didn't want to start my day and just do my things with that state of mind, which it's just, I think that life is about being just clearer and clearer about yourself, and knowing what you want and what you don't want. And knowing what you want and what you don't want doesn't mean you should choose or do something specific about it. But it seems like, as for joy and the happiness I'm talking about, realizing that I'm not supposed and I'm not forced, I don't have to be that sad person. I'm not supposed to wear that mask so that people can feel easy around me and feel, I don't know, relieved, which was actually, I don't even think that my parents today would I don't know, would need from me or ask from me to be sad. I think that it's all about, I think that suffering and pain is, especially with relationships, is about unconsciousness, not being aware of your own patterns and understanding where the others is at, and not being able to listen and to understand because you don't understand where the other one is at, because you don't understand it from your own perspective. And just I realized that it's at some point I really think it's all about realizing that where you suffered in your pain body, in your emotional body, the suffering is over, the trauma is over, and the specific moment is over. Because once again I believe that, and I think it's not not very. I think it's scientifically proved today that your emotional body is very archaic, very, you know, very binary, and so at this stage in your nervous system, it's only about whether you are okay with it or not okay with it. And until you are okay with it, it seems that when you have been traumatized and hurt and wounded, you will stay wounded until you are able, as a person, as an adult, to be present for that younger self that you were, that has been hurt, that had been hurt. And yeah, always good to take some breaks and to breathe, especially in my videos. Yeah, I wanna say again that it's very interesting how much it seems that I didn't allow myself to be happy, to be joyful and simply excited. Yeah, I really believe it's about excitement. How much excitement has been suppressed in my perception of myself, in my own way of behave, you know. And once again, it's very interesting how much I'm saying that for myself, and I'm not saying, you know, anything about how you should behave or not behave, because once again, it's all given. And once you are ready to understand the lesson, could we say, that you have to learn in this day for yourself, and it could be different for any day of your life. Once you are ready, you just know, you know. And every day is different, and every day you can learn, or you will learn something different. And yeah, being grateful can be about that, can be about just asking yourself before to go to bed whether what you did learn, what you did good today, and what or not, whatever. Whatever is good for you, whatever feels good for you. And I try not to be too impatient with myself and to be too hard, because I'm just witnessing right now. I'm once again I'm driven or dragged to this more suppressed energy. I think you can feel it. I think you can feel how much I'm not struggling, but I'm just witnessing once again. So it's great, because the clearest and the most clear thing I can share is just taking examples from myself. So not trying to be too much hard on myself, because once again those patterns have been very there for many years. So it won't actually it can change instantly. And actually I could say as well that it doesn't really matter if it stays or not, because the whole point of healing is about accepting. So accepting means you are welcomed at any day, as an emotion, as a vibration, as anything. You just discuss, and you're just there for your emotional body and your whole self, and knowing, just you don't actually talk to yourself, but you just know for yourself that anything is welcomed. So it actually is welcomed for the basically your entire life. You're not. I believe that what is maintaining the suffering maybe is all the mechanisms that make us believe that we should find a way to not be something anymore. So it's quite the opposite. You're not trying to say, okay, this must be over, this must be done, or whatever. You're actually just be present, and it's very natural then to just see that once you accept to embrace, to live that, to be present, there is no perfect word, but once you do that, it can go away, but it's not you who do the thing to make it go away. It just vanishes by itself. But once again, it's only because it is allowed and accepted, profoundly accepted and tolerated. And yeah, so right now I could say simultaneously that I'm just glad to understand and to see right now that I'm going to change, and I feel it. I feel the change coming. I feel that this more dark and more sad and more just depressed and, out of hope, really, comment on dit en français? With a lot of despair, I'm really glad to understand that, but I'm not saying right now that it shouldn't be there as well, It's, once again, it's the opposite. I'm just understanding and living and knowing that, letting the things be as they want to be, just as they are right now, and that it will free itself from itself is just very absurd and paradoxical, You cannot really explain that, but I think that some will understand and some maybe won't, but maybe if you don't understand, you are not there anymore. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you're just still there trying to understand. And yeah, I'm just making a video to be present and to share this energy of transformation, continuous transformation that is happening. And it's not you who do the thing, it's not me who do the thing. I'm just, somehow I could say, I try to be brave, but it's not really me who is brave, because I just don't feel that I have the choice to be brave or not. Whenever I just feel bad, the more I could say, the more you feel happy in your life, the more you feel it when it's wrong, that is something is not quite right, and you just know that you don't wish to keep on with your doings and anything until you are okay anymore, but I could say as well that it doesn't require that you stop working or that you stop doing anything. You can actually be present at any time, anywhere, in any condition. So I just have the luxury to stay at home and to be present for myself. So that's just great. But you don't have to do the same. You just the same thing that we can do, that we can all replicate, is being aware, is being just in this love, can I say, but not romantic love, of course, just this intense presence and awareness that we all are. I could say share, but we are that. So it's so relieving to understand that there is no actual condition, to free yourself from your own patterns. But I just wanted to share that the more you feel happiness that you deserve, that you are that, the more you somehow don't accept to play the game, or to play, or to just subscribe to that, could say, or nourish your what you don't need anymore. So, but all of that is just happen instantly. So there is no program, there is no thing you can. I have no advice. Actually, I just wanted to share, and I know that this is right, and life just seemed to unfold as it should be, or as it does. And actually, in the end, there is nothing you can much say about it, but because it just seemed that you were supposed to be that, to follow that path, and to just, I just feel my ego is very intense in my head right now, so I'm trying to be present, so that I'm not too much focused on saying something for the video, but taking time for myself as well. I don't have to, to wear that mask to when I'm not recording, when I'm recording, to change anything. And I could share that it's very interesting to just be aware of how much we try not to be ourselves, because we were taught not to be ourselves, specifically in the presence of other people, because it seems that you or I was supposed to not be myself, trying to control everything, because I guess it's about that thought, or that belief system in religions, and specifically in mine, Catholic religion, that you are not good. Right from the start, you are supposed to be supposedly bad, shape, bad form, that has to work to attain paradise. It's basically it. So, and it's quite bullshit, as you know it. And the path of the peace, the peaceful path, is the absolute opposite. It's just understanding and just acknowledging, or being aware, recognize that you always were okay, you always were perfect, and just living is about understanding that, and understanding all of your patterns and learnings and whatever you were raised with that prevent you from being just whole and happy and just feeling good, you know. Just at some point it's a perspective, or do you think, or have you learned that your life is supposed to be suffering, or is it more about just enjoying your life? And do you think you have the right, or do you think you have to wait for something to be happy? Is there any conditionings that you can witness in yourself, that you can just experience? Because the one thing that is great about that is that everyone can do it, because everyone is that piece. So it's at the same time sometimes very hard, because the one thing you want is to avoid, to flee, to just, because it's been years that you repeated, and it's not even you, but you just tried to be a good person. You just tried, you know, just tried. And trying sometimes in that sense is not good, because it's like ripping something, trying to rip something out of you, and it's not possible. It's not even possible. So just it's about experiencing that you don't have to do that, you know. And most of the time, or sometimes, I could say that it feels like it's awful. It's just so painful, because you have to quite do or be the opposite of what you tried to do. So it's like an hangover, a bad hangover, or something like rehab from an addiction. It's really an addiction to the ego, the thought patterns, and trying to be someone, all of that is very addictive, because it seemed that at some point it bear fruits, but you weren't the one that created all of that, you know. You just were supposed to enjoy that, but even that was supposed to be your path, you know. I understand so much right now what it means, that what we are, consciousness, is so mighty, so powerful, so great, that we have this ability to forget who we are, who we always were and always have been, and play that game to just realizing it, just in every part of ourselves, in any stage of our lives. So it's all about that. It's all about just unfolding, realizing, and all of that, all of those are only words. So there's no pattern, nothing to acquire from what I say, or to learn, really. It's just about vibration, feelings, and I hope that what I feel, what I share, is sending you good vibes for you. And I want to say to you, because I have received that from other videos when I felt down in the previous weeks, because don't think that I it wasn't hard for me too. It was. It's not because right now I say that I want to share about excitement and joy and everything that it wasn't hard. It is hard for each and every one of us, and there is this music from Robert Tepper in the Rocky, the fourth, I guess. No easy way out, you know. There is no easy way out. You're just there. So you don't have to do anything. Just keep on. You just already are on the right path. And this is what I wanted to say to tell you. If you don't have faith right now, just know, just believe in me and just receive from me that something is gonna happen for you. So okay, so if it's not right now, you're gonna be okay, you know. You don't have to believe me, but if you do needed someone to tell you that it's gonna be okay and things are going to be good, be okay for you, then I'm telling you that it's gonna be okay. And it is right now, actually, already. So yeah, I guess there's that, and I'm going to end the video here. See you guys, take care, and yeah.